This video is to give you information on how to use Primo Discovery Service. So first things first, I do want to talk a little bit about what Primo Discovery Service is. Now, I know that we are in the database module, but Primo Discovery Service is not the name of a database. Primo is the name of the program that Coker University uses to give you access to its library's catalog. Okay, so in the library, we have lots of different resources. We have books, we have ebooks, we have magazines, we have articles, we have databases. Because Primo gives you access to databases, that's why we have it in this module. But it is the name of the service that we use to give access to the library's catalog, which includes databases, but it's not itself a database. Okay, I hope that makes sense. First things first, to access Primo, we need to be on the library's website, which is coker.edu/library. And once we're here, we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to catalog. Okay, so we're going to click online catalog. Once you see this page with the very blue and yellow Coker colors on it, we're going to make sure that we are signed in. First things first, always make sure that you're signed in, because that gives you complete access to all the articles. If you're not signed in, sometimes you don't get access to the full text. You can't read the full complete article. It'll just give you abstracts. So always make sure you look and make sure either you see your name there or you see Coker University. All right, now that we're sure that we're signed in, we're going to click advanced search. And because your assignment is to find a peer-reviewed article, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to search for just articles. Now, you could leave it on everything. You could do, because here at Coker, we're a part of all the universities in the state, and we can search and borrow amongst ourselves, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the class. But right now, we just want to make sure we're finding a peer-reviewed article. So we're going to start by clicking article. Then I'm going to put in COVID-19 as my search term. You would put in whatever term you are searching. And then I actually want to do also COVID-19 and mental health, because I don't want everything to do with COVID-19. I want to relate it to mental health. So I'm going to put those two search terms in here. We could start with our limiters, but I'm going to do that after I see what kind of results I get. And as you can see, we've got 52,000 results here. Now, as you can see, we've got some limiters over here on the side. So this is what I was talking about. So first of all, we want to make sure that we're only seeing peer-reviewed articles, because one, they're more reliable, but two, that is a part of your assignment. Resource type, we're just going to pick article. And then, and then we are going to scroll down and look at publication date. So if you are here in America during COVID, it hit around March of 2020. So we're going to do that. And then because I speak English and read English, I'm going to pick English as my language, and we're going to apply filters. Okay, so it dropped those results down to 32,000, which is more focused on what I want to find. So let's just go ahead and click this first article, Fear of COVID-19 and Mental Health and Pregnancy Outcomes. So as we click this, it takes us to this page. Now, it's searching right now. It's going to give us a way to access this article. But as it is searching, I just want you to see here, there's related reading. So if you end up really liking the information in this article and you maybe want to see some get more information, you can come over here and click some of those. When I'm doing research, I always like to see related articles. And then down here, you can see it's giving you details of who the authors are. It's giving you other search terms that are related, which is always helpful. A brief description, publisher, and things like that. Okay, then we're going to come up here to the top. Now, this permalink I want to talk about real quick. So let's say you are doing your research and then something interrupts you. You got to put it down. You got to come back later, and you're like, oh, I want to make sure I copy the link to get back here. You always want to look for permalink. Okay, permalink is what you want. You do not want to come up here to the URL, this, and copy this, which I know that we do a lot in our normal lives, but not when it comes to this, because that URL up here at the top is only temporary for this session. It's not going to help if you close this window out and then come back later and try to find it again. That won't help you. So you always want to use the permalink. So this is the link that you want. You can copy it and then paste it somewhere. You can email this article to yourself. You can print the article. And then, of course, we always like to talk about citations in this class. Nicely, they have a hanging indent already here for you in the citations. And you've got the different styles that you can choose over here for this class. You can use APA or you can use MLA. And we always like to use the most recent edition, which would be MLA, the 8th edition. Then you would copy this citation and then paste it on your works cited page on your information, and that will be very helpful to you. Okay, so now that we've looked at all of that, let's go down here and actually look at the article. So it's bringing it up. Now, in this case, this is it has adapted the article to be easier to read for a website view. So this is the website view of the article. It's got all the same information, but it's just condensed it so that it loaded real quick onto the website view. But you have the full access to it, as you can see. And then if you wanted to come over here to the side and just let's say you wanted to see what the conclusions of this were instead of having to scroll through everything, you can just come over here and do it that way. But let's go back up to the top and look at this. Again, you've got how you can share it. You've got the citation option here. It's going to be the same information that you saw before. And you've got other recommended articles that you can look at. And then you can do this, which is view PDF. And the view PDF gives you what this article looks like in its original format. So this is how it appeared originally. The reason why they want you to have access to this is sometimes people want to know like the actual page number that it appeared on for citation purposes or for reference purposes. And you can see the tables as they appeared in their original production versus having it recreated for online access. Okay, so that should be a good wrap up of how you can use Primo Discovery Service to search databases and to come up with different articles related to your research topic. If you have any questions, you can send them to me in an email at kbasso@coker.edu.